I have been married 10 times before, and they all ended in divorce. I've had a lot of quirky experiences with my marriages. My very first marriage is kind of funny because I was 6 days out of high school. I was talking to my boyfriend, and we just decided that we were gonna get married. So we took off, drove to Vegas, and got married. One marriage, I met the guy online. We met on a Friday. I was married in 1 week after I met him. And then 6 weeks later, we were divorced. Then I had a marriage, well, actually 2 marriages, where I remarried the person. If I was to look back at my marriage resume, I probably wouldn't hire me. I am going to throw my hat back in the ring and try it again with my fiance, Anthony. I am getting married on 11/11/11 because it will be my 11th marriage. We're going to have 11 bridesmaids, 11 groomsmen. We're gonna have an 11-tier cake. We're gonna have an 11-step ladder that takes us up to the top tier so we can cut it at the reception. And we're going to get married at 11:11 a.m. because I need some kind of luck here. I absolutely have concerns about getting married an 11th time because when you've had so many failures, you sit there and you wonder, can I do this? Am I just fooling myself? I don't think I can handle another failure. I want this to work more than anything.
How have you gotten 10 men to marry you? Because I don't mean that as an insult, but I don't even know 10 people that I could ask to marry me.
I don't know. I just have a personality that, like, with people that I meet, I love them instantly.
You're a serial bride.
Right.
Are you in love?
Always a bride, never a bridesmaid.
Exactly. Are you in love with getting married?
I think I'm in love with the ideal of having a family. That's what I always wanted, and to have.
But you keep quitting before you have a chance. You had 3 children with one, and so that didn't work. So you go through 9 more.
Obviously, when you don't date someone for longer than a month, there's things that come up after you're married, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing
That's
here?
why you don't get married after a month.
Right.
Would you marry somebody that would marry somebody that had been married 7 or 8 times?
Anthony and I have been dating for 10 months. It feels right.
Oh, and when Monette first approached me about being married on 11/11/11, I was concerned. I didn't want it to be like a farce. I wanted her to know that by me getting married to her, that it was a permanent thing. It wasn't something that was just a flash in the pan.
I think the relationship with Anthony will be different than other marriages because he really cares about what is important to me, and I care about what's important to him. I have fear that I might not get it right. I hope that this is my last marriage for myself and for my children.
So you're going to get married on 11/11/11. You're going to get married 11/11. So you're going to have an 11-tiered wedding cake. Are you concerned that this is going to last for 11 days or 11 weeks? Or just from a guy, I mean, put the doctor off Dr. Phil. Let's talk just Anthony and Phil.
All right, Phil.
What the hell are you thinking?
Well, I've known Monette. She's an awesome person.
Whoa, I'm sure she is, and she is delightful. But it seems like you're making a big goof out of the whole thing by doing 11/11/11 for your 11th husband.
Well, we talked about that, and he's like, we did this because I was like, I'm like in the numbers thing, and I was like, okay, this is lucky, it's 11, it's lucky, and he said that to me. He goes, I don't want anyone to think that this is a joke, this is a scheme. I love you, I want to marry you.
That's the problem, though. I mean, it seems like you're not taking it real seriously if you're doing this 11/11 theme.
It's absolutely a serious thing about, because I don't want another divorce. You know, it's really funny because, like, a lot of people think that it gets easier. It doesn't, you know? And so with him, that's why I've taken longer. We've done things together. We've discussed things. I was like, before we get married, I want to do things, you know, to make sure that it works. And so we actually listened to your book on audio, Relationship Rescue. And something that's really awesome about him is that it's really, whenever I've said I want to run, or I've been like, I don't know if I can do this, he said, no, you're not. He's like, don't put, and he took from your book, don't put our relationship up on the table. Let's work it out. Let's talk through it. Let's figure out what we need to do to make it work. And I've never had someone do that. And I trust him with everything. And I've never been able to do that with a person in my adult life.
Have you been married before?
Once.
Once?
Yeah.
How long did that last?
Less than a year.
Okay, so you got 10 for you, 1 for him. Let me ask you, have you ever had a proposal you didn't accept?
Yes.
So you've had more than 10 people ask you to marry?
And yeah, my sister's on there, yes.
Wow. How many have you turned down?
I don't know how many, probably about 5, 6.
Really? So you've been proposed to 15 or 16 times?
Uh-huh.
Wow. What is your secret? I mean, you want to know, right? What is your secret?
I don't know. I just think even with my friends, when I become friends with someone, they feel really comfortable with me instantly.
I get that, and I know I've met a lot of women in my life that were cheerful, but I didn't marry them. One of his key questions are there any warning signs here that this could be a bad decision? Here's a warning sign. This is just an intuitive guess, that if we drill down on many of these 10, you married people with the understanding that if it didn't work out, you'd be okay. You marry people it's safe to lose if you lose.
And I think that that's one thing that's really scary with him, is that he's not safe to lose.
So you agree with my speculation here?
That's right on.
Okay, do you hear what she just said? She said, I choose people that it's not going to be painful to lose. Now, if I was the guy that was queued up for next, and I knew that my partner had a pattern of choosing people it was okay if it didn't work, that would be of concern to me. Debbie is one of Monette's bridesmaids who wrote me about her concerns that she has with all the weddings and all the divorces. Now, Mercedes is Monette's daughter from her first marriage. That's 9 weddings ago. In case you've got a dance card going, she's not as excited for her mom's upcoming wedding and flew in all the way from Germany to tell her what she thinks about it. What did you want to say?
I think that you've actually touched on exactly what her deal is that she's not afraid to end it. Like, if it was to end, that she knows she can pick up, she knows she can move on. I want this to be the last one, and I love Anthony, but I really just want to make sure they're ready completely. So.
Do you think they are?
Well, I think they are, but in the same respect, I think they need to work out a few things.
Debbie, what do you think about this?
Monette, I love you, but are you crazy? 11 marriages? I love you to death, though. And I am excited about this one, though, Dr. Phil, because this is the first time that Monette has actually dated him for 11 months. And I always told her, Monette, please wait at least 6 months before you get serious. So I gotta give her a thumbs up for that.
Let me tell you what I think about here with this. Because I think common sense just isn't very common anymore. It's kind of like if you were out at the airport and there was an airline there, the Acme airline, you were gonna get on it, and so you're back there in line and somebody gets on the first flight and it takes off and crashes off the end of the runway. So everybody steps up, and the next guy gets on number 2 flight, crashes off the end of the runway. Number 3, crashes off the end of the runway. It comes to you, and you're number 11, and 10 in a row have crashed off the end of the runway. And you say, I got my ticket. I mean, honest to God. Wouldn't you think along about 6 or 7, the old guy in the line would be saying, hey, you think we ought to move over to the... Danae is only 26, but she's already been engaged 5, count them, 5 times. She is 0 for 5 on showing up. Her friends and family have nicknamed her the Runaway Bride because she's called off all of her weddings. Take a look.
Everyone calls me the Runaway Bride, and I've only been engaged 5 times. I was 18 years old when I got engaged to fiancé number 1.
This was the ring from engagement number 1.
3 months into our engagement, I called it off. I was 19 when I got engaged to fiancé number 2.
This was the ring from engagement number 2.
He proposed and I said yes, and then I left.
This ring was from engagement number 3. I loved the ring. It was more of a cocktail kind of ring, so I kept it.
2 weeks after we broke up, I found out that I was pregnant with my son Dylan.
This is from engagement number 4.
I'm fiancé number 4.
I said yes so I could have a father for my son.
My relationship with Danae was mostly physical. Me, I was probably looking more at, oh, here's a beautiful girl that is hot.
I got the furthest in planning this wedding. 2.5 weeks before the wedding, I told him it wouldn't work.
To me, Danae seemed high maintenance. It was difficult to pay and afford that lifestyle that she was striving for. After Danae and I broke up, I was heartbroken.
He took it harder than any other fiancé. He actually moved out of town.
And last but not least is ring from guy number 5.
I'm Casey, fiancé number 5. Danae would tease me about marriage. You're not ready. She told me I was chicken, mostly egging me on to the point where it was like, okay, I'll show her. I'll be number 5, that's fine.
I knew I couldn't marry him because he was more hyper than my 4-year-old.
I got insurance on the honeymoon in case it didn't go.
I'm happy to say that it's been 16 months since I called off the last engagement.
I feel like she's on The Bachelorette with this parade of fiancés offering her a rose.
I think I keep saying yes because the whole idea of marriage is a dream. But when it finally hits me that I'm not in love with the guy, I freak out.
I dread getting surprise phone calls from Danae. I told her I wouldn't give her any more bridal showers until I know it's for sure.
I don't want there to be a 6th broken engagement. My family would think I was a flake.
If they're gonna have all her ex-fiancés on the show, they're gonna need a bigger studio.
Okay. So what's going on here?
I have a boyfriend now, and we've been together for a while, and what I do, it's so awful, is we have any kind of turbulence, and I tell him I want to break up when I don't, because I am in love with this guy. And then I
Were
say
you in
it.
love with the other 5?
No.
No?
Sorry, guys.
You just, I mean, because I want to tell you the truth, but you know, I was reading everything that your best friend said, Stacy.
Okay.
Didn't you say that anytime you tell her the truth or anything she doesn't want to hear, she pouts and won't talk to you anymore?
Absolutely.
I don't think I pout and don't talk to her. I just tell her I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the negative at the time. Later we can talk about it, but yeah. At the time.
Later, after the...
Yes.
Yeah, after the deal's over, just don't visit reality upon you at the time.
Correct.
Okay.
So let's fix the problem, Dr. Phil.
Okay. Okay, well, I can fix this in fairly short order, and then I'll explain you why.
Okay.
Quit saying yes.
I know. That's where the problem begins.
Quit saying yes. I mean,
have
are you a people pleaser? I mean, you said I say yes because they asked.
Well, and I feel bad. I mean, that's a pretty vulnerable moment for the guys, I feel. They're down on their knees saying, hey, you want to spend the rest of your life with me? And I'm like, I can't just say no.
What do you mean it's a vulnerable moment for them? Like you think it's not vulnerable when you don't show up?
I don't. I call them.
I mean, if you're going to give me some bad news, give it to me now.
I know.
Okay, while we're private, before the church is full and everybody's there.
Right. I've learned since then.
And isn't the
it's
truth?
been 16 months. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a little credit.
Yeah, I'm going to give you something here in a minute.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of.
I'm going to give you some facts. That's what I'm going to give you. Casey, you're number 5, right?
He is.
You allege she called you chicken.
Yes.
And like double dog dare you, said you didn't have the guts to marry her.
In a lot more words than that.
Yeah, in a lot more words than that. So what's the story? So you're saying he's lying?
I'm not saying he's lying. I just
Apparently you are. He said you called him chicken.
But
you said
everybody
you
has a different perspective of how
okay.
things happen.
All right.
And
Tell me
mine
your
is
point of
totally
view.
different than his. We had been friends for a long time, 10 years, and people always kid. I mean, they would kid us about getting married, and yeah, I did say you wouldn't do it. And then when he said he had the ring, I go, come on, Casey, you wouldn't be so stupid. Because guy number 5. And then he pulled out the ring. And I thought, oh my God, he is.
Oh my God, he is that stupid.
Yes, I can't believe, because he's been there for the whole history, the whole previous
you had
engagements.
known her for 10 years.
Yes.
Dated her for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And she double dog dare you to marry her.
Yeah.
And so you whooped out a ring.
Yeah.
And
he should be up here, huh?
And you said, no, I think I got the seating chart like I wanted. Now, Brian, you're number 4.
That's right.
Okay, now, I just got to say, you two look about as different as daylight and dark. I mean, is there...
I know.
So it's just if they got a ring, okay.
No, I date. See,
You didn't have something in mind? You didn't have, like, Mr. Right? Because, I mean, really, don't these guys look...
They are so opposite in every
Yeah.
aspect of the way. But the one thing that they have in common is they're both completely kind-hearted, sweet people. That's what I go for, with great personalities.
Yeah, so you find, like, a really nice guy and then rip his heart out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody's got to toughen them up.
Okay.
I take that
Gotcha.
on. Yeah.
Are you telling me that it is not a challenge thing, it's not a conquest thing, it's not an ego boost that you got another one to propose?
No, I don't look at it that way, but...
You don't?
But you could be right. You might be onto something here.
You're number 4, Brian?
Yeah.
Can we just put like a jersey on y'all? Okay. You said that she called it off 2 weeks before the wedding, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you were serious. You were going to marry her.
Yeah, absolutely.
The wedding was set up. You were rolling along. But she said it's just a joke. She's just yucking it up. Were you taking it serious?
I was as serious as could be.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke to me. I mean, I really thought I was going to marry him. We had everything set up, but when it really came down to it, I just didn't. Why didn't I do it?
Yeah.
Because, okay. Man, Dr. Phil. When this...
What, is that like a surprise question?
Yeah, totally.
You bailed 5 times, and I said, why? Oh, I never thought of
no,
that.
I have thought of it. I've thought of it. At the time, okay, with fiancé 1, 2, 3, 4,
Well, let's talk
5.
about 4. He says, and I quote,
Yeah.
you were high maintenance, worried about your image, and number 5 says, if he had $10 million, you'd be married today.
Oh, so wrong. Sorry, Casey. No, 10 million wouldn't even do it. It's not about money. It's not about
Brian.
It's not about money to me.
Well, how is it that these 2 guys who know you better than I do say that it's about image? Brian says you were looking for a sugar daddy, that it's all about money, and Casey says you were looking for a big house, and that you're spoiled by your parents giving you everything you want, and that if you think you get married, that you don't get that free ride anymore.
I disagree.
Yeah, I'm just...
No. And you know why? Is because you can ask any of those people in the front row, and I've dated guys with a ton of money, and it's not about the money. It's not about that.
So it takes more than that.
It's not about that at all.
Yeah.
I want somebody that's stable.
How could you be so wrong, Brian?
I don't know. I just didn't make very much money, so I guess to me, I was raised not having a lot of things, and it seemed like that she liked a lot of nice things, and that image of going out and going to nice places.
Are you really glad you didn't marry these 2 now that they're saying all of this stuff?
Well, I was glad before.
Yeah. Well, your mom knows you better than anybody. Jerry, what do you think?
I think the first 2 times she was young, and that she was just wanting to get married like a lot of women do. And then she had Dylan, and at that point, I really believe she was looking for a father for her child.
There's nothing wrong with looking for a father. That's one of the elements that you would be looking for.
Definitely.
Somebody that you think could be a good partner in parenting, right?
Right.
What would happen if you decided that I don't have to say yes if somebody asks? I don't have to, because you have to acknowledge that part of this is you're a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows you, mom says that, everybody says that there's a part of you that you just want to please people.
Correct.
That you want to tell them, okay, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, because you said they're vulnerable, don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right.
But they'd rather hear it then than later, right? Okay, so what if you just gave yourself permission that says, I don't have to say yes just because somebody asked, and I'm going to decide what I'm really, really looking for. I'm looking for a partner in parenting. I'm looking for somebody that can provide for me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. I'm going to look for all of those things. I'm going to identify the characteristics that I really want. And if those things aren't there, I'm not going to let it go far enough that we get into an engagement scenario. I'm not going to let it get to that point. I can date people and say, that was fun, bye. You get to the point where you feel like, I've gone so far, I kind of owe it to them.
Yes.
You know, we've spent time, we've talked about it, we've fantasized about it, we've exchanged ideas. I've let that happen, and now I feel like I'm kind of jerking the rug out from under him if I don't go forward.
Okay, I agree with you completely with what you've just said, but now I want to work on how, like with every other relationship, when I end it, I just tell them it's over and I leave and it's done. Now in my current situation, I don't want to do that anymore because it's putting so much, I want to fix the present.
Do you know whether this guy, have you answered all of those questions that I asked about the qualities that you're looking for, about not is this a fun date, but is this somebody that I want to take care of when he's got the flu? Okay, first off, you should never say yes, you're going to marry somebody until you've taken care of them with the flu. Okay, you all agree with that? If you, seriously, if you haven't seen them in their most unbecoming way, make sure you've seen them in their most unbecoming way. And make sure you've talked about the things that, you know, that aren't really fun, like what are we going to do about finances? What are we going to do about division of labor? Who's going to take out the trash? Where are we going to go to church? You know, talk about all of those things that really have to do with whether or not you say, I'm willing to merge my life with this person. And I'll give you a long checklist of things to go through.
Okay.
I mean, we can just check this off. Okay. And in fact, if you want to bring that boy in here, I'll swab him down. Okay? You bring him here, and I'll talk to you guys as a couple and decide whether or not it even is a psychological fit.
Okay.
I'll give you my vote. You're going to have to decide. Now, he hadn't asked you to marry him yet, has he?
No.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah.
On our wedding day, we had a beautiful ceremony.
Christopher, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
As we proceeded to gather on the third-story deck of the beach house we rented, the deck collapsed.
Oh my God!
Virginia Beach 911, where's the emergency?
Sandbridge, we had a deck collapse with about 80 people on it.
Okay. They're pulling people out of the pool. It landed in the pool. It landed in the pool.
After the deck collapsed, my first thought was, am I going to survive this? And has my husband survived this?
My first thought was, where is my wife?
Wait a minute. Is she all right? Okay.
I have the vision in my mind of my sister-in-law and her mother, actually just the look of sheer terror in their face as the deck went down and stopped. I did not think we were going to make it because it just kept happening. It didn't just stop. I mean, we fell and then we fell again and ending up in the bottom of the pool. I feel terrible about it and I wish I could take it back and I wish it never happened. We have not been back to the beach house since the accident.
Doing okay? It's right up here.
Oh my gosh.
We were all standing there and we had our champagne in our hands. All of a sudden we heard a loud snap.
Oh my God.
Just feel weightlessness, then screams. It was just total chaos, screaming, crying. And some people were screaming because they were in pain. Others, they couldn't find their kids. It was like a scene out of a movie.
I remember the ambulance ride, and I actually had to be strapped down to a gurney with a neck brace in my wedding gown.
We spent our wedding night in the emergency room.
The guests from our wedding actually filled the emergency rooms at 2 of our local hospitals. I remember thinking, gosh, this isn't really happening, is it? But it definitely was.
Both of y'all have a tremendous sense of guilt. Tell me what you mean by that. What's guilt mean?
We feel bad because on every day we see someone that was at our wedding, whether it's our family or our friends or people we worked with, and it's a constant reminder because these people are still suffering from what happened at our wedding, whether it's physical injuries or financial burdens because not everybody had health insurance, so the medical bills have just, they skyrocketed.
And so you blame yourself for all of that because if they hadn't been there for you.
Right, and it's even though it wasn't our fault that the deck collapsed, it was still our wedding, and had it not been for our wedding, nobody would have been there. So it's hard for us because we feel like we're partly to blame.
Is that your thinking as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they were all there for us, and, just, seeing, my mom limp every day, because her knees will never be the same. It's just a constant reminder, and it's just, you feel horrible.
Well, what made me, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of stories of people that write, and what made me want to talk to you guys was what you've just said about this feeling of guilt and responsibility for what took place. because I think that is absolutely drop dead wrong thinking. Your best friend here, your mother are here. You guys weren't, Rihanna, you were actually on the deck, right?
Yes.
And so you went down.
I surfed it.
And you still have problems in your back, right? From that. And Mom, Bryn, you weren't standing actually on the deck. You were standing just off of it, right?
I was standing in the doorway to approach and walk out onto the
One more
deck.
step, you're through and on there.
Yeah,
and
I watched.
Where did you guys see her? Did you see her going down?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I have a very distinct memory of hearing the crack and the ground going out from underneath you and thinking, no way. And watching her flip, like watching Dress and the whole thing and trying to reach for her. I mean, because she was right in front of me. They were both right in front of me and just trying to grab for them and grab for everybody around me too. I mean, it's just
Mom,
chaos.
you actually saw her hanging upside down because her dress caught on a nail?
Yes. She was hanging. I thought she was going to go head first into the pool.
See, here's the thing. I totally understand that you have compassion and you feel bad for other folks. If you are guilty of something or if you are to blame for something, that implies intent. Y'all did not do that. And the only intent you had was to share this wonderful moment in your life with the people that love you and that you love, right? Was your intent good? Of course it was. And I'm going to tell you, I would question whether or not you, and maybe you, but certainly you, are suffering from a post-traumatic stress disorder here.
I am a bridezilla. It's my wedding. I am #1 and proud of it.
She is controlling. It has to be her way and no other way.
You really should step back and let me have it my way.
Angela is my sister, and I truly consider her a bridezilla.
Marvin and I have argued over everything. We've argued over the place. I wanted something unique. When I saw this, I had to have it. There was no change in my mind. He did not want real flowers.
I've seen elegant, nice, artificial flowers.
The bride wants live flowers. We're having live flowers. When we go to see vendors, it's an absolute nightmare.
That's elegant, I like that.
Fish is not elegant. He picked a cake with fish on it. I'm so sorry. We cannot do that. I'm bringing Marvin to David's bridal to show him this dress that I just have to have for this wedding. The cost is gonna kill Marvin. I'm the belle of the ball. I can't do without my dress. I'm getting this dress. Marvin will just have to suck it.
This cream. I want the cream tux because I would like the two of us to stand out.
He's definitely not wearing cream. You look a hot mess. He's too big, he's too round, he's too dark for cream. You look like a big chocolate milk dud. The ring is a huge argument. I want a princess cut 2 carats. No other ring will do.
$3,000? Oh, I would like to see her get something smaller.
That's not gonna happen. The initial budget was $12,000. We're a great deal over that and still going. I have rules and regulations for my bridesmaids. The bridal newsletter, it tells them all about the wedding, what they're wearing, their makeup, their hair, their nails, their toes, everything. It lets everybody know, hey, I am not playing.
Angela has gone overboard with his policies and her newsletter. She has to be realistic.
Every now and then somebody will try to step up to me, but I shut them down. The only person that's standing out is me. I've already told you that.
When I try to make suggestions to Angela, Angela looks at me with a death threat type of look.
When I do that, it's over.
If I had to describe this process, I would say run, because it is hell.
If that's the case, then we can just find a new groove.
Now, this seems to be all about the wedding and not at all about the marriage.
Amen.
Would you agree? I mean, Marvin agrees.
I disagree. The wedding is very important to me, and I've expressed that to him on a number of occasions. You know, he knew that going into it, and he's fighting me the whole way through. I love him. I love him more than anything. I believe he's the one. I know he's the one for me. And I just want my wedding that I've dreamed of my entire life. And I think I should have it.
Well, listen, I think the wedding is kind of the woman's deal. I mean, I think that the husband should be involved, and I think he should be excited about it. But truly, it's more of a ceremony, a rite of passage, something that women oftentimes think about from a very young age. But can you go too far? I mean, you're sending a newsletter to your bridesmaids, and boy, you didn't cut them much slack.
No.
You said dress, color, and style. You listed all the stuff. Jewelry. I will purchase that. No blingy jewelry. Doesn't want anyone shining on wedding day but you.
That's
Nails have to be done in French, American, or clear. No colors. Hair, no braids, and must practice all styles in advance.
That's right. That's right.
How do you get people to do this?
This is my
Why don't they
license.
just say no?
No, they can't say no. If they say no, then they're just out. I mean, we can just cut it down. They're just out. It has to be this way. I'm an organized person.
Have you already kicked somebody out?
I have kicked 4 people. Yeah, I have. Yes. Well, I didn't kick them out. I cut them out. So yeah, kicked out, cut out, however you want to call it. They're gone.
Yeah. What did they do to offend your sensibilities?
Well, basically, it was Marvin's financial issues that we were cutting back. We agreed on 6. We got up to 10, so we cut the 4 that I felt needed to go. And one of them had issues.
Why did they need to go?
Because they were too controversial with me, and any conflicts with me, I mean, it's pretty much automatic. There was issues with their hair. One of them, no one can do their hair better than she could. No one can do their makeup. She wanted to get her makeup done prior to, so that, it was okay with her. But the bottom line is, it was about me. Yeah. And if I was okay with it, if I'm okay with it, then it shouldn't matter. I'm the one, or we're the ones, spending the money on the pictures. These are memories that we have to look for.
Yeah,
we're spending a lot of money, and we want these memories to be
There are just some of us in this world that just can't do a lot with our hair.
It's all about me, and I don't care what anybody thinks. If I'm over the top, I'm over the top.
This woman is not a little bridezilla. She's bigger than Godzilla.
That's scary for me that Angela and Marvin are having these type of battles, and it only gets worse once they get married.
We're talking about weddings from hell today. Now, and understand, you got to realize that there's the rest of your life after this process and this day. We're here with bride-to-be Angela, who says she doesn't plan on cutting her future husband Marvin any slack whatsoever. Y'all were in nice matching orange outfits for that shoot we did at your house.
Definitely.
Who picked those?
Me, of course. No, there's no doubt about that.
So that was color coordinated?
Yes.
Is this color coordinated?
Yes.
What you got? So you planned this too?
Yes.
I just
But
sit like
he
this.
doesn't get to wear. But you don't get to wear cream at the wedding.
No.
Does it matter to you that he wants to wear cream at the wedding?
It does, because it doesn't look, when he put that suit on, he could see it himself. He just wanted to aggravate me by stressing that cream suit. Look at him.
You look good in that suit, don't I, Dr.
Look at
Phil?
his stomach.
Do I not look good in that suit? Thank you. I look good.
And it's not about
I look good.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool.
And he's going to look better with black. He's going to look better with black.
What's going through your head here?
What's going
is
through
this
my...
scaring the bejeebers out of you?
Totally. I feel like I'm... Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
See, I believe that success leaves clues.
Right.
If you're trying to figure out how something turns out to be a success and you work backwards in there, you'll see little clues along the way where somebody made the right decision here and did the right thing here and did the right thing over here. I think disaster leaves clues too.
Correct.
you wind up marching around like that and sitting out on the curb with all your stuff on the lawn behind you. And you get back and saying, let's see, did I have any warning of this? Did I have is anything I might have missed here?
No.
Like a Mack truck. I mean, is this a parent-child relationship, or does she respect you for the man that you are?
I respect him.
I was asking him.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Again.
Pretty well answers that question, doesn't it?
Exactly.
But give me your version of your opinion.
My opinion, I feel as though in certain aspects, certain areas, she respects me, but in majority of it, no, I don't.
Sometimes we fight so hard to control everything. If we would just let go a little bit and find out he may have something to offer here. He may give you more than you would ever think to demand.
And I have done that in many. This is me toned down. This really is. No, seriously, I have come a long way. Don't you think? I have come a long way.
Well, so you're moving in the right direction.
Yes.
Especially since the birth of our son is one. She has definitely.
The child has really toned me down. I have become a totally different person, but I can't take all of me out.
Oh, I'm not suggesting that you should, but I do think that you might want to dial up some social sensitivity and see if you are breaking his spirit, if you're getting him where, I mean, when you yank him up off of a knee, that you're kind of robbing him of who he is. You say, I gotta be who I am, I can't take all of me out. Well, what about him?
And I did apologize for that. I really did, because that was the one time of any of the things that I've done that I felt I was wrong about.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I think everybody here thought it was a pretty nice, spontaneous, heartfelt gesture.
I'm the bride. I need the larger banquet room. I'm taking them, that's it, they're mine. I am a bridezilla out of friggin' necessity. If I am not this way, then my wedding is a failure. This isn't the centerpiece. My mom must have been here.
If you looked up the definition of bridezilla in the dictionary, it would say Rachel.
There we go. There's my centerpiece. There's my table. Nice and pretty.
She's excited about the wedding and then all of a sudden turns into a monster that won't talk to us about the details, hangs up the phone, hung up on me.
It's my wedding, so they need to come to my level. That's stupid. Nobody does that. We fight over the colors, the favors, my hair. You only get one wedding. It's either my way or the highway. It's all about me. It's bride and groom, not groom and bride, not bride's mother and family. It's bride. Number one. What made me a bridezilla was the smaller chapel just wasn't gonna do. I had to have the bigger chapel. This is the chapel my mom wanted me to get married in. It's very pretty, but it's very small. People have walk-in closets bigger than this place. Now this is more like it. When I get married, I want to say I do standing right here in front of that beautiful altar. Bought 2 wedding dresses. First, I did go ahead and get a black dress, and then I decided, nope, I need the bigger chapel, and with the bigger chapel comes the white wedding dress, comes the tiara, comes everything. I was told I was allowed X amount of people, I tripled that. These are the responses that I've gotten back. And if it were up to my dad, I'm sure it would be that many. I'm the boss. I need to be difficult. This is my day, this is my wedding. I went for the most expensive meal because I just want the best. Sorry, Mom, it's my wedding. We're not having chicken, I'm having filet and lobster.
She demands. That's part of what makes her a bridezilla. It's like, this is my day, and how dare you question what I want to do?
My mom wants me to stick with the room that comes with the package, but this is what I'm talking about.
We agreed at the beginning it was going to be a Christmas wedding.
My mom would have me walking down the aisle with these. How cute is that? I'm holding these. These are my flowers. Now I know my mom would not want anything this fancy, but it's perfect for me.
She's acting like a princess want-a-lot.
Right now we're not talking to each other. She took all of my wedding stuff that was at her house and put it on the porch and said that she was done. She was taking herself out of the wedding. She didn't want to deal with anything.
I told her dad, I don't even want to see her. I don't even want to talk to her. I'm not even sure I'm coming to the wedding. My greatest fear is that there will be more distance between us.
Dr. Phil, can you help my mother understand that this is my wedding and that I want things my way?
That was so out of context.
Now,
Oh my God.
you have this look of shock on your face.
I do. I do.
That was you.
That is me.
That was your mom.
That is my mom.
So you were there when we shot that.
I most certainly was.
So what's shocking about it?
I guess it just looks really bad, but it just looks really bad.
Okay, let me go back over this. That was you.
That is me. That is me. And it is my wedding.
So it's not it looks really bad, it's
I look really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah, I do.
Why would you be that way?
It is my wedding. It's my one special day. There's a reason it's bride and groom, not groom and bride. Every other time it's Mr. and Mrs. Well, this is the one time that I come first. It's bride and groom, me first.
Which would be really great if she was footing the whole bill.
Oh, no. Wait. Who paid for the photographer? Who's paying for the DJ?
Photographer.
Who put the deposit on the cake? I did that. I did all of that stuff. No.
Okay, let's see.
She's not paying for everything because her friends won't dance, so they don't need a DJ.
Okay, did you just hear her say that this has gotten to the point that she's not even sure she wants to come to the wedding?
I heard that.
What do you think about that?
I think...
Go ahead, tell him you're not even sure you're inviting me.
Okay, I don't know where she's getting this from. She's just trying to be funny.
No, I'm not. She told me that on the phone.
No, I didn't.
You're not. I don't even want you there.
No,
To
I
which I
didn't.
said, you know what? I might slink in the back of the chapel. We've got a lot going. I want to see if this
I never
follows
said
through.
that. I never said that.
Why would you say that if she didn't say that?
I didn't say that.
One of you's lying.
I didn't say that. Go ahead. Tell everybody again that I said that. I didn't say that.
You know what? That's going to change the whole thing. No,
Backpedaling. What, backpedaling?
It's going
I
to
didn't
change the
say
whole thing.
that.
See why we need help communicating, Dr. Phil?
I didn't say that.
She'll say things.
I didn't say that.
Where's Robin? You might need Robin for this one.
No, I'll admit to it. I will admit to it. Yes, I have been a brat about this. Yes, I did go through 2 dresses. Yes, I did. The guest list has tripled, but it's not all my friends. I think I'm the youngest person at my wedding. I'm the youngest.
Phil.
Well, wait a minute. But you just said some things like, it just doesn't seem like much. You say it real fast. Yes, I tripled the guest list. Yes, I changed from chicken to lobster and ran the bill up like another $1,000. Yes, I've gone through 2 dresses. Isn't it true that y'all disagreed on just about everything?
Yes. I wanted to have a winter wedding. White. I wanted pretty. I wanted simple. I wanted elegant.
Todd, you're the fiancé.
Yes, I am.
God bless you. You're between these two right now. I grew up with 3 sisters, so I totally get this. Is there any sense of focus on the fact that there's going to be a union of 2 people in 2 lives that walk down the aisle at a church, stand before the minister and make a covenant with God? I mean, does any of that even make the list with the caterers and photographers and flowers and all of that, or is this just all about the event?
A lot of the arguing is making it sidetrack, making the wedding sidetrack.
With me and him, it has been because he and I don't fight. He and I don't fight. We're not fighting. Todd and I are not arguing about this. Todd and I are not butting heads.
Dr. Phil, if she hangs up the phone and quits talking to me over little things, what's she gonna do when she's been married for a while? Hang up the phone on Todd?
You know what? Maybe if you treated me the way that Todd treats me, then I wouldn't do that. Maybe if you were nice to me. Todd's nice to me.
Oh.
No, I don't even want to hear it. You guys don't know. Seriously, you guys have no idea. None.
Oh, I think we're getting an idea. I think there's 2 sides to this. I've said before, I don't care how flat you make a pancake, it's got 2 sides. And I know there's your side and there's yours. And this is an important day to you, right?
It's a very important day, and it is.
Why is it so important to you?
Because I've been dreaming about it since I was a little girl. It's something I've always wanted.
Yeah.
I've always wanted that big pretty wedding and the happily ever after and all that stuff. And you know, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be me and my mom. Don't.
I mean, ever after's now, though. You see, ever after is now.
It's really just not funny because it's not funny that she can sit there and I'm like upset and she can just, oh, I'm gonna be funny. Ha ha ha. Let me play a little violin and everyone laughs.
Okay, but wait a minute. You can't take this and run it off in the ditch and then complain when people say, hey, wait a minute, because you've said.
It's not just me. My mom has changed so many things.
All right, but listen to me. Here, these are the things that you have said. It's all about me. Bride and groom, not groom and bride, not bride's mother and family, it's bride. I'm number one. I do have these qualities. This is my one shot, and it's going to be my way or the highway, and I'm going to demand what I want, and I'm going to get it.
Well, when you deal with her, you have to demand things.
If I'm not this way, then my wedding is going to be a failure. And if I don't get what I want, I generally throw a fit, storm off, and act like a 4-year-old, and I quote.
No, you know, I could really appreciate if people would just stop clapping because they just don't understand.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. You don't control them.
But
if they want to clap or stand on their heads, then they can do that. But what you do control is you and your spirit. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.